All right, here's another solving by elimination systems question. So far, we've seen elimination questions where you already have sets of opposite coefficients, like 5x in the top, negative 5x in the bottom, or you've had numbers where you can easily make opposite coefficients, like a 2x in the top and a 2x in the bottom, so all you'd have to do is multiply one of them by negative 1 to get a set of opposite coefficients. But with a question like this, you don't necessarily have that. The top coefficient of x is 5, and the bottom coefficient of x is 2. Now, there is a method that we could eliminate x here, and I'm going to show that to you in a later video. But actually, the easier one here for me is to eliminate y. When I'm looking for sets of opposite coefficients, I'm going to look to see if I have a 1 anywhere in the problem. And I do. It's actually right here. It's a negative 1, but it's a 1 nonetheless. So I now need to think to myself, how do I make negative 1 the opposite of positive 3, this positive 3 right here? Well, negative 1 times 3 would give me negative 3y, and then negative 3y and 3y would cancel out. Again, all I'm trying to do is think of something I can multiply into my y value to get it to be the opposite of the bottom y value. So if I multiply this top equation by 3, and again, I have to multiply the entire thing, so I have to distribute it through, I'm going to get a whole new equation, 15x minus 3y equals 39. Now, I have a set of opposite coefficients now because this 3y here is going to cancel out with my new negative 3y, which is over there. So just copy over the bottom equation and treat this as your new system. We can now just treat this like any other elimination question. Treat it like 3 separate addition questions. 15x plus 2x is 17x. My negative 3y and my 3y cancel out, they eliminate. Carry the equal sign. 39 and 12 is 51. It is a one-step equation. Divide each side by 17. You're left with x equals 3. Just like in all the other questions that you've seen, you now have to find your y value. Plug it into wherever you want this x value, just because I'll plug it into the bottom here. So I'd have 2x plus 3y equals 12. I am putting in 3 for x, so 2 times 3 plus 3y equals 12. Do some math. Make sure that you are following the correct rules of solving equations. And as long as you don't make any small errors, you should get the right answer. Now, just as every single system question you've seen, still have to write your answer as an ordered pair, 3, 2. The only real new thing with this is the idea that you have to find something to multiply into an equation to get a set of opposite coefficients. I decided to eliminate y, which meant I had to multiply the top one by 3 to get an opposite of positive 3y in the bottom, and my opposite was negative 3y in the top.